Hi, everybody, Dr. Jake here. And today we're going to talk about the brain-body connection. I'm going to do a couple series of this is part one. And we're going to talk about the role of chiropractic in your overall well-being. And recently there was a study in Brain Science magazine that came out, I think at the end of last year, where they took 76 individuals that had non-specific chronic low back pain. And they went through a 4-week program using chiropractic as in addition to what they were normally using as their rehab, particularly PT. And there were some fascinating things that they found out. So they were using particular trials on looking at brain plasticity and what it does to the brain, what happens in the brain after a chiropractic treatment. Just after 4 weeks, what they found is they actually increased in certain brainwave factors that help with increased quality of sleep, increased physical activity, motor function, but particularly also pain perception. And so this is important because anybody who has chronic pain perception, studies show that that's going to increase stress level. It's going to increase fatigue. It's going to increase mood and how you evaluate different situations. And so it really does affect your overall well-being. And so having a different perception of what pain feels like, even with minimal changes, can have an overall ability to change your overall well-being. And so this is fascinating because it does jump into the science and the philosophy that we always talk about is everything as a whole. The body has a possibility to heal from the inside out. If you give it the right information, take away interference, and decrease subluxation. And so ultimately what we've been talking about for the last 100 years is starting to come into a science mode where they're really diving in and figuring out, okay, what happens when the nervous system gives a boost? What happens if the spine is able to function at an appropriate level, decrease subluxation? What happens to the central nervous system and the brain itself? And this is so cool because that's going to elicit more studies into this realm. We have no idea science-wise what we're doing with a chiropractic adjustment, but we know it's not just decreasing pain, it's changing the brain, specifically the rewiring. And that is so fascinating. And we're going to continue to monitor, and any good research that does come out, I'm going to share with you guys to keep you up to date. But this is part one of the brain-body connection. Love you. Have a wonderful day.